Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Sapna Dadwal. I'm working as a professor in the Department of Management at St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. This is lecture number 8 of Fundamentals of Management from Unit 3. With this lecture, I'm starting Unit 3. This subject is taught in ETC 6th semester, BTech ETC 6th semester. So the topic I'm going to cover in this lecture are production management. I'm going to discuss definition of production management, objectives of production management, then going to discuss definition of plant location, factors affecting plant location, and theories related to plant location. So I'm starting with the first topic, that is a production management. Production management refers to the application of management principles to the production function in a factory. In other words, production management involves application of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling the production process. So, in the words of Mr. E.L. Bush, production management is the process of effective planning and regulating the operations of that section of an enterprise which is responsible for the actual transformation of material into finished products. So, production management is set of general principles for production economies, facility design, job design, schedule design, quality control, inventory control, work study, and cost and budgetary control. Now the next topic is functions of production management. The functions of production management depends upon the size of the firm. In small firms, the production manager may have to look after production planning and control along with personal, marketing, finance, and purchase function. But in a medium-sized firm, there may be separate managers for personal, marketing, and finance function. But the production, planning and control, and purchase and stores may be under the control of production management department. In large-sized firms, the activities of production management is confined to the management of production activities only. As such, there is no hard and fast rule for guidelines to specify the functions of production management. But in academic interest, we can mention some of the functions which are looked after by the production management department. These production functions which are looked after by the production management department are: first one is the materials. The selection of materials for the product. A production manager or the production department must have sound knowledge of materials and their properties so that production manager can select appropriate materials for the product. Then second is methods. Finding the best method for the process, to search for the methods to suit the available resources. Identifying the sequence of process are some of the activities of production management. Then comes machines and equipment. Selection of suitable machinery for the process desired, designing the maintenance policy and design of layout of machines are taken care by the production management department. Then estimating, to fix up the production target, delivery dates, and to keep the production cost at minimum. So, production management does a thorough estimation of production times and production cost. In competitive situation, this will help the management to decide what should be done in arresting the cost at desired level. Then comes loading and scheduling. The production management has to draw the timetable for various production activities, specifying when to start and when to finish the process required. It also has to draw the timings of material movement and plan the activities of manpower. The scheduling is to be done keeping in mind the loads on hand and capacities of facilities available. Then comes routing. This is the most important function of production management department. The routing we can say consists of fixing the flow lines for various raw materials, components, etc. from the stores to the packing of finished products, so that all concerned know what exactly is happening on the shop floor. Then comes dispatching. The production management department has to prepare various documents such as job cards, route sheet, move cards, inspection cards for each and every component of the product. These are prepared in a set of 5 copies. These documents are to be released from production management department to give green signal for starting the production. So the activities of the shop floor will follow the instructions given in these documents. Activity of releasing the document is known as dispatching. Then comes expediting or follow up. Once the documents are dispatched, the management would like to know whether the activities are being carried out as per the plans or not. So, dairy technologists go around the production floor along with the plans, compare the actual with the plan, and feed back the progress of the work to the management. So, this is known as follow up. This will help the management to evaluate the plans, whether plans are going as per the planning or not. Then comes inspection. Inspection is generally concerned with activities during production, but a separate quality control department does the quality inspection, which is not under the control of production department. Then comes evaluation. The production department must evaluate itself and its contribution in fulfilling the corporate objectives and the departmental objective. This is necessary for setting up the standards for future. Whatever may be the size of the firm, production management must do routing, scheduling, loading, dispatching, and follow up. This is because the department knows very well regarding material, method, available resources, etc. If the firms are small, all those above mentioned functions are to be carried by production department. In the medium-sized firm, in addition to routing, scheduling, loading, dispatching, and follow, some more functions like methods, machines may be under the control of production management department. In the large firm, there will be separate department for method, machine, material, and others. But routing, loading, scheduling are the sole functions of production management. Now, the next topic is importance of production management. The first is accomplishment of firm's objective. Production management helps the business firms to achieve all its objective. It produces products which satisfy the customer needs and wants, so the firm will increase its sales. This will help it to achieve its objective. The second is reputation, goodwill, and image. Production management helps the firm to satisfy its customer. This increases the firm's reputation, goodwill, and image in the eyes of the customers. And the good image helps the firm to expand and grow. Then helps to introduce new products. Production management helps to introduce new products in the market. It conducts research, development. This helps the firm to develop newer and better quality products. These products are successful in the market because they give full satisfaction to the customers. Then comes supports other functional area. Production management supports other functional area in an organization such as marketing, finance, and personnel. The marketing department will find it easier to sell good quality products, and the finance department will get more funds due to increase in sales. It will also get more loans and share capital for expansion and modernization. So the personnel department will be able to manage the human resource effectively due to the better performance of the production department. Then helps to face competition. Production management helps the firm to face the competition in the market. This is because production management produces products of right quantity, right quality, right price at the right time. These products are delivered to the customers as per their requirement. Then next is optimum utilization of resources. Production management facilitate optimum utilization of resources such as manpower, machines, etc. So the firm can meet its capacity utilization objective. This will bring higher returns to the organization. Then is minimizes cost of production. Production management helps to minimize the cost of production. It tries to maximize the output and minimize the input. This helps the firm to achieve its cost reduction and efficiency objective. Then expansion of the firm. The production management helps the firm to expand and grow. This is because it tries to improve quality and reduce cost. This helps the firm to earn higher profit. These profits help the firm to expand and grow. Now, the importance of production management to customers and society. first is higher standard of living. Production management conduct continuous research and development, so they produce new and better varieties of product. People use these products and enjoy a higher standard of living. Then is it generate employment. Production activities create many different job opportunities in the country, either directly or indirectly. Direct employment is generated in the production area, and indirect employment is generated in supporting areas such as marketing, finance, customer support, etc. Then next importance to the society and customer is it improves quality and reduces cost. Production management improves the quality of the products because of the research and development. Because of large scale production, there are economies of large scale. This brings down the cost of production, so customer prices are also reduced. Then spread effect. Because of production, other sectors also expand. Companies making spare parts will expand. The service sectors such as banking, transport, communication, insurance, BPO, etc. also expand. This spread effect offers more job opportunities and boosts the economy. Then it creates utility. Production create form utility. Consumer can get form utility in the shape, size, and design of the product. Production also create time utility because goods are available whenever consumers or customers need them. Then boost economy. Production management ensures optimal utilization of resources and effective production of goods and services. This leads to speedy economic growth and well-being of the nation. So we have discussed the importance of the production management first to organization, then we have discussed importance of the production management to customers and society. Now the next topic is plant location. Plant location refers to the choice of region where material, money, machinery, and equipment are brought together for setting a business or factory. While taking plant location decision, organization need to consider various factors such as availability of men, materials, money, machinery, and equipment. So according to B. Mahadevan, location decision pertains to the choice of appropriate geographical site for locating various manufacturing and services facilities of an organization. According to Bethel Smith and Allwater, plant location stands for the spot where in consideration of business as a whole, the total cost of production and delivery goods to all the consumer is the lowest. According to Professor R.C. Davis, the function of determining where the plant should be located for maximum operating economy and effectiveness. Now the next topic, this is clear what plant location means. So now I'm going to discuss with you factors affecting plant location. So an ideal location is one where the cost of product is kept to the minimum. So this is the definition of ideal plant location. Ideal plant location means where the cost of product is at its lowest and with the larger market share and the least risk and the maximum social gain. So ideal plant location means cost of production is minimum with larger market share, the least risk and maximum social gain. So every entrepreneur is faced with the problem of deciding the best site for locating for his plant or factory. So selection of plant location is very important for the success of any organization. The various factors affecting plant location selection are discussed as below, or as I'm discussing factors which affects the decision of plant location. The first is nature of product and industry. Plant location decision is dependent on the nature of product to be produced and nature of industry. For example, if it is of chemical product like sugar, where the manufacturing process emits a particular type of smell, this type of industry needs to be located far from the human communities. While if the industry is chemical industry, which involves toxic elements in manufacturing process, it must be located very far from cities to avoid tragedies like Bhopal gas tragedy. Now the second is Second factor is nearness to raw material. If a raw material is heavy, then it is also difficult to transport. If it is required in large quantity, then the manufacturing plant has to be located at the site where such material is available. Otherwise, cost of loading and transportation is huge. The time consumed and managerial inputs are more. As a result, the economies of manufacturing will go out of scale and the will become uncompetitive. This is the same reason why steel mills are located at Bihar and sugar mills near the sugarcane producing fields like Kolhapur in Maharashtra. Now, third is proximity to market. If the volume of a product is much bigger than the raw material, like plastic products, or if the product is perishable, then the manufacturing plant is located near the market. Nearness to potential market minimizes the risk of deterioration or damage in transport. So the organization need to produce product which is close to the customer due to time based competition, trade agreement and shipping cost benefit. Examples are bottling plant of cold drinks which are always near to the city. Some more examples are subcontractors, vendors of automobile industry, confectionaries, food product, plastic products, electronic items like TV, fridge, etc. Now the fourth is workforce requirements. Some of the manufacturing operations required skilled workforce in its manufacturing operations. Skilled workforce itself require well-cultured surroundings, opportunities of advancement through further studies and experience sharing, opportunities of advancement through further studies and experience sharing, recognition, competition and recreational facilities. Normally, such a facilitating environment is there in only urban area. So one can establish such environment in rural areas, but is very costly and time consuming process. So location of plant, uh, this workforce requirement also affects the location of the plant. For example, most of the software industries are located in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune. These cities have good educational and training institutions along with other promotional factors. Now, the next factor which affect the plant location is availability of power and fuel. Industry consumes power in large quantity and industry will choose a site where there is uninterrupted and cheap power supplies available. Then availability of water. Chemical industries, food industry use lot of water in their processes. Similarly, waste and byproducts of these industries are hazardous and required to be discharged in flowing water after treatment. So availability of water is again very important factor in deciding the location of the plant. This is why chemical or pharmaceuticals or industries are located near sea or located to near sea or river. Then comes land. Locating a plant requires land. The land must be plain and good. Water should drain naturally. It should be free from all encroachment. It must have free and easy access. Land must be available not only as per present requirement, but land must be available for future expansion also. So land is again an important factor in deciding about the location of the plant. Then transport and communication facilities. To gain the advantages of nearness to the raw material or market, the most important thing is transport and communication facilities. Every industry requires transport of raw material, finished product, as well as their workforce and support services. So this is an important factor in deciding about the location of the plant. Then comes to climate. For the particular type of industry, the climate plays a very important role. Textile industries are located near coastal areas as weaving of thread needs high humidity. Then comes total cost. The basic objective of plant location is to maximize the profit by minimizing the total cost of production. So fixed cost includes land building cost, machine cost, operational cost are the expenditures incurred on input, transformation process cost and the distribution cost. So hence the location is selected where the total cost is kept at minimum. The next factor is availability of infrastructure. Basic facilities of land, roads, power, water are called as infrastructure. Such facilities are not only essential but are backbone of the industry. So presence of these facilities make management of manufacturing easy and at less cost. Whereas absence of these infrastructures make manufacturing very difficult and costly. The next factor is suppliers industries location. Many times a well established industrial areas attract new industries. For example, when General Motors started its operations in India, they chose Pune as their location as all necessary part supplies are available in that region. Then free trade zones. India signed free trade zone, that is FTA, with Thailand in October 2003 under FTA 82. Auto components are covered under early harvest schemes, which will have zero custom duty when traded between India and Thailand. Such an agreement attracts industries to establish plant in either of the countries to get benefit of it. Then political risk. Political uncertainties have great impact on plant location decision. Political stability is essential for industrial growth. So the political stability fosters industrial activity. The political stability builds confidence, and political instability causes lack of confidence among the prospective and present entrepreneurs to venture into industry which is filled with risk. Then government policies, like concerning government policies related to labor laws, safety, building codes, etc., also affect the plant location. Or other policies related to taxes, excise taxes, subsidies also decide about the location of the plant. Then environmental regulations. Due to recent issues of global warming, it is mandatory for all type of industries to follow environmental regulations. Hence, the organizations are selecting location decision on the basis of these regulations. Then host community. Plant location decision is generally dependent on the nature of host community or society. It is political, supportive or non-supportive. Community perception about a factory is that either the product is for their development, if not, they are against the product. So then competitive advantage. When new market are coming up, organizations are selecting a plant location in that area to get competitive advantage. For example, many MNCs are coming to India and China to tap the new upcoming market. Then goodwill of place. Apart from the above factors, some plant location is selected at some well-known places or prestigious places. Some examples are Nariman Point, IT industry in Pune, a company in Silicon Valley, etc. Then safety requirement also are the factors which affects the location of the plant. So due to air, water, sound pollution, some factors have to have bad effect on health of the people. Therefore, these factories must be located away from the residential areas. Then there are some personal factors also which plays a very important role in location of plant. Then some historical religious factors are also there. For example, idol carving factory is always near historical temples. Then other factors are also there, like which influences the location of the plant, like special grant, import, export, etc., availability of finance, etc. These are the factors which affect the location of the plant. Now, I am discussing two theories which are related to location of the plant. First one is Weber's theory of location. Alfred Weber was a German scientist who gave a systematic theory on industrial location. Weber, after a great lot of analysis and investigation, discovered the factors that causes and determine the location of industry into two broad divisions. He said there are two broad divisions are there. First, primary cause of regional distribution of industry, that he called as these regional factors, and secondary was agglomerative or delgomerative factors that are responsible for location of industry. The prime factors involve cost element as follows, like cost of land, cost of building, cost of procuring material, power and fuel, cost of labor, cost of transportation, interest rate of depreciation of fixed capital are the primary factors which affects the decision about the location of the plant. And according to him, the secondary factors are: an agglomerative factor is an advantage or a cheapening of production or marketing which result from the fact that production is carried on to some considerable extent at one place, while deglomerative factor is a cheapening of production which result from decentralization of production, that is production in more than one place. So these are the factors which affects the choice, or which affects the location, choice of the location of the factory. Now second theory which is related to the location of the plant is Sargent-Florence theory. Another theory of Sargent has assumed great importance and acquired wide popularity during recent years, is one put forward by Professor Sargent-Florence. He observed that the relation of an industry to an area is not so important as the relation of the distribution of the occupied population as a whole. It means he doesn't accept relation between industry and geographical area. He accepts the relation between location. He accepts the relation between industry and population. So population of the area plays a very important role in the location of the plant. Now these are the questions which are related to the above topics. If any query is there, you can always contact me. Thank you so much.